Dear graduates, normally I would be standing today in a room together with you, with more than 1,000 of you in fact, and together with your families and friends. We would all be wearing robes, and we would have just paraded around Rotterdam. And probably we would have had to hand out more than 1,000 umbrellas too, because the weather oftentimes isn't as nice as it is today. Of course, over the last 2 months, a lot of things have changed. What has happened has affected you and your studies. It's also affected your families and friends. And of course, the last few months here at RSM have been very different from how they were supposed to be. But one thing has not changed, and that is the value of your degree that you are graduating with today. You've worked incredibly hard during these circumstances, and it is wonderful to see what you have achieved during these last few months as you have faced those challenges. I know it's not been easy, but I also know that your families and your friends are incredibly proud of you. I hope that we will have the opportunity to celebrate at some point in person. I would really love that. But for now, let's think about what you have achieved and also what you're going to do next. All of you are going into the world now. You are going to take up new opportunities. You're going to have to make choices as well. The choices you make and the opportunities you seek are what makes you and all of us a force of positive change in this world. And I'm really so grateful for your willingness to be part of this mission. So, congratulations. You've done really well. We are proud of you. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you very, very soon.
My name is Luca Berchicci from the Strategic Entrepreneurship program. Dear students, dear parents, it is my pleasure to address you now as graduates of the Master in Strategic Entrepreneurship 2020. Congratulations. As many of you know, my name is Luca Berchicci. I'm here as the academic director of the program at Interim. In September 2019, during the kickoff, my first slide, I show you these exact words. What if college was about improving yourself instead of proving yourself? Yes, while you had exams and assignments to prove yourself, you definitely had the opportunity to improve yourself. University, after all, and this program in particular, it's about to learn how to think by exercising some degree of control over your thoughts and your action, so you can choose what to pay attention to. Many of the courses you attended was not just about learning from somebody else, but thinking critically without certain outcome and taking action as an actual entrepreneur. While your lecturers were more mentors and coaches, the fountain of some higher knowledge. You were able to exercise what scholars call entrepreneurial judgment, defined as making business decisions and taking actions in conditions of great uncertainties. And in this time and age, I think you definitely show some entrepreneurial judgment by completing a thesis in isolation, far away from your peers, your supervisors, attached to a university life through a square called Zoom. You show resilience, perseverance, patience, and creative confidence in these turbulent times. And we and your parents are very proud of you. But, quoting Winston Churchill, this is not the end of your learning journey. It's not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning. Someone say that you are not going to get very far in life based on what you already know. You are going to advance in life by what you are going to learn after you leave this place, this campus, the university. Therefore, keep on developing and honing your entrepreneurial skills. Challenge your assumption, the assumption out there, and conventional wisdoms. Turn problems into opportunity. And as a great poet, Bonavox, said, the world is more malleable than you think, and is waiting for you to hammer it into shape. So what are you waiting for? Good luck with your next adventure.
Over 50 years ago, a few bright minds planted the seeds to become a force for positive change in the world, developing thought leaders in business, research, and education.
It was a unique opportunity to join the first academic business school in the Netherlands. It was a life-changing experience and made my career. I'm grateful that I learned all the different aspects of business with my RSM degree.
In the 1980s, we launched a full set of management programs at RSM. And that way, we laid the foundations for a top business school in Europe.
I'm very proud that since the 90s, RSM has become an international business school known for its excellence in research.
Leadership of today is not driven by self-interest, but by a vision that gives us direction to the sustainable change we so badly need.
Without shared values and a sense of community, it is impossible to overcome the current global challenges.
We empower women to drive their careers and be agents of change in creating a more gender-equal work environment.
It's an honor to lead such an impactful business school. Going forward, it is going to be crucial to find the right balance between continuity and change in order to create new opportunities for the next 50 years.
I will be the agent of positive change.
I am ready for the future.
Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University, 50 years of impact.
Hi guys, I hope you're doing amazing and that you've really had the chance to take these last couple of months and either start on new opportunities and maybe getting into the adult life, or maybe you have enjoyed your free time and your freedom, which is also very, very appropriate and very well deserved. So yeah, it's unfortunate that we can't really discuss but I hope you've been doing great. But what I really want to do is, of course, congratulate all of you. I mean, we did it. We actually graduated, which is pretty awesome. And it's a pretty big milestone for which we can be very, very proud. So I hope you're really feeling special because you're allowed to do so. And honestly, I feel kind of special right now. So I hope you join me in my special bubble. And that makes me a little less alone because I'm literally looking at my own screen right now, which is pretty uncomfortable. But hey, all for you guys. What we did wasn't that easy. I often even forget where we started. Do you guys still remember that we had opportunity creation with Luca and Giuseppe? What they made us do is pitch every single time and pay attention to everybody's pitches all day long. I really enjoyed it, but it was really stepping out of the comfort zone for me. But that's of course what makes our master unique. You have to step out of the comfort zone all of the time. Actually, I have a picture of our very first time together. Can you see it? Yeah, right, look at that. How cute is that? Next was the course with Magdalena, in which we, again, obviously, got out of our comfort zone and we really had to pivot. We had to pivot multiple times. And just then I realized how difficult that actually is. You think you have a plan, but then you don't have a plan. So you have to make a new plan. And then we practically had to harass all of the Jumbo employees to gather data for the assignment that Lotte and Stefan gave us. Do you remember that? Oh dear Lord. I had never said Jumbo that many times in my life. But also that was a lot of fun and actually very cool to see like the behind the scenes of a real corporate. And of course visiting the headquarters was also pretty cool. After that we had to calculate with U. And when I say calculate, I mean calculate like economics, completely new for me. That was a first. Well, I had to do it twice, but still, yeah, that was a tough one. I think what makes our master really unique is that we learned how to make maybe even negative things into positive things. And instead of seeing only barriers, we saw opportunities. And we really try to build onto each other. And I think that's a very valuable lesson. And of course, a positive attitude like that you can use in your everyday life, in your future jobs, maybe your own business. So how about we make a little competition and we check back in 10 years, maybe even 20, to see who created the biggest enterprise. Of course, it's not really a competition, but it might be fun. Yet the winner has to throw all of us a party. Because, well, maybe they're the richest, right? That would be quite fun. Then we get to see each other again and really discuss what we have done. So hey, let's just keep that in mind. If it's ever going to happen, we don't know yet, but let's just let's think about that and really think about the future and what we can accomplish. I wish you all the best. I really hope we get to see each other sometimes. And if you ever need anything, you can always ask me or ask your fellow students, because we are, after all, the strategic entrepreneurship students which study together, and we are in the same boat. We helped each other the past year, so let's continue that, right? It's been so great talking to all of you graduates, and I really, really, really want to thank you for the past year and wish you all of the best for your next steps. Bye guys!
We wanted to create a place where you can go back in time and explore all the stories of the 50-year RSM history. A complete timeline that not only tells those stories, but also instills a sense of pride about the history and ignites inspiration for the future. After months of work by many, hunting and digging through the archive, puzzling all the pieces together, it's with great honor that I get to unveil and present to you the official 50-year historical timeline of Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University. The first part of our timeline is a story of many firsts. The first plans, the first school building, the first classroom, and of course, the first students. The first item on our timeline, and my favorite piece, is this one-page business plan. It was made by our founding fathers, and they compared 4 European business schools, and they used it to design the school and the curriculum. The beginning of our timeline contains a picture of our very first school building. And on this school building, of course, there was a building sign. This is the original building sign from 1970, and luckily it survived the past 50 years. Another great discovery from the RSM archives are these 3 pictures. They were scattered amongst hundreds of pictures, and after studying them for a while, we figured out that they fit together, creating a beautiful panorama of one of the first classrooms. If you look closely, you see a blackboard with a process flow. Of course, you see 1970s students with long hair and their appropriate clothes. And at the very back of the classroom, in the window, you see 2 beer bottles. Let's just say things were a bit different in the 70s. This first part of our timeline is quite dynamic. Our newly formed school grows. We welcome more students, and after a while, it's the start of the MBA program, the PhD program. In 1977, SVIP is founded, which is currently called STAR, and we moved the school from Rotterdam to Delft. The second part of our timeline is even more dynamic. After over 10 years, our school moves back from Delft to Rotterdam, to the FG building in 1984. Here it becomes a proper academic faculty, part of the state-recognized Erasmus University. In this phase, it's all about further internationalization, development, expansion, and academic recognition. In 1989, RSM is admitted into the prestigious Community of European Management Schools, CEMS, and the PIM network, Program in International Management. The exchange program of RSM starts to take shape in a tremendous way. Here on the timeline, we see a graduation ceremony taking place in the early years. In the mid-1980s, the new FG building allowed for a lot of space for a new computer lab. The importance of automation in the workplace was on the rise, and the shape and size of computers changed over the years. RSM has always invested heavily in those facilities because of their importance for education. Nowadays, everybody just brings their own device. The early 90s marked the birth of the internet, and our timeline describes how new ways of doing research and delivering education were developed. For instance, in the late 90s, as part of the Doctorandus 2000 project, RSM started experimenting with delivering video lectures on CD-ROMs.
Welkom bij dit college over leiderschap.
Students were learned how to code in Delphi and other programming languages. And from 2000 onward, the faculty implemented digital case methods. For instance, this adventure game case, where learning, testing, grading and fraud detection all was done via advanced CD-ROMs and floppy disks. The last part of our timeline is all about further growth and integration. RSM becomes one brand name, unifying all research and programs under one label. We continue to climb the most important rankings. We welcome more students, we make more impressive publications, and our name continues to grow as a brand name in the market. In 2009, the I Will movement launches. Students, staff and faculty make a public commitment to their drive and ambitions, reflecting RSM spirit. By 2020, there are no more than 15,000 statements. In 2017, RSM embarks on a new strategic mission to become a force for positive change. By embracing the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, they try to implement a new way of measuring societal impact. And this concludes my brief overview of the RSM timeline. Come over to the Mandeville building and have a look yourself, or go over to the Bale building where we have an identical timeline set up. or you can go to rsm.nl/50 to find more online resources, videos and all the stories of the 50-year RSM history. Come and explore our shared history now.
Alexandra Plaza, Anna Alice Gutter, Annelore Douzé, Bens Boros, cum laude, Daan Weideveld, Daniel Boguslovic, Devin Oosting, Diederik Baars, Edward Hogendoorn, Evgeny Mitko, Gelly Tram, Guido Fabry, Hanif Siregar, Hella Kuiper, Jana Bachstrom, Joost Hopman, Jos Thijhuis.
Hi, I would like to thank everyone I got to meet and work with, and wish you all the best of luck and congratulations with this great achievement.
Lingyi Huang, Lucienne Baas,
Hi all, I would like to thank you all for last year and all your enthusiasm, and I wish you all the best. And as you can see, I'm still at university for my second master's. Goodbye!
Manouk Schakel, Marnix Olderman, Matteo Giammuna, Michiel Raus, Natalie Mayarino Puello, Panos Maris, Thomas Cecchini.
Congratulations everybody, we made it. I wish I was in Rotterdam celebrating with all of you, but I'm in Madrid, 26 degrees, I cannot complain, so cheers.
Tim Jastrzębski, cum laude. Tom van Gammeren, cum laude. Victor Bloem. Vincent Bieling.
Congratulations, your hard work's paid off and you are now no longer students, you are RSM alumni, and we are so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. I just wanted to let you know that you are now part of an alumni community that is global, and community and networks are ever more important. So please stay in touch with us, stay in touch with each other, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future.
Congratulations to all of you.
New doors are opening and are taking you to directions that you have never expected.
And I'm sure you'll be able to overcome all the challenges that this year brought us.
You've made it. I am hugely proud of you, and I hope you can cherish this amazing moment.
Welcome to this wonderful alumni network.
You can set an example.
It is your time now to make positive change happen.